What's up, geeks and gamers? My name is Drementfh, and welcome to Thorium Gaming, and it's time to hop back into the Eternal Empire, our efforts to bring the entirety of the old world under the forces of order, and we've been doing a good job of it. Now, we've been fighting up in the mountains, and we have Stuco 1184 up here, trying to get into a good place to come on down and defeat the orcs up in the mountains. We've been also fighting way up in the Chaos Wastes, and doing a lot up there to push back all of the forces of chaos, the war host of the apocalypse. That's what we're looking for. And we've been dealing with stuff on the western coast of the edge of the wastes as well. And coming up from the south, we have reinforcements for our beleaguered forces. So let's just start off with seeing who can move and who can't. So up here in the mountains, we have Boris Harbinger, Cloud, and a couple of our other legendary lords as they push to try and get up and reinforce our campaigns in the north. We're going to need their troops to go east and west after everything. So let's just grab specialist. That's all you need from there right now. So Yeti Peak is something we're going to be taking. It's almost like the Tower of Barad-dûr there. And we don't even need to worry about this because there's no enemy lords there. Essentially, we have gutted the entirety of the orcish foundations along the way, which has been decent enough for us. Let's just level these guys up. Oh, it's just Boris himself. He should have everything in his combat line done. We'll grab another rank of the Emperor's Finest. Actually, let's give him an Artillery Master rank. And we'll get Stand Your Ground on the next level. We have very much been trying to push back, though, and get rid of everything around here. We'll colonize this settlement. I'm glad that it no longer takes troops to colonize settlements, just money. The Firemouth is the offspring of the Great Maw and the Sun, which lights the skies above. The Ogre Kingdoms are fiery red. It's worshipped as a god by those who witnessed its titanic eruption. So it's a volcano. Kind of looks like Barad-dûr. Balthazar Gelt. Take the Firemouth. With all these reinforcements coming up north, everything will be great. And we have secured the Bone Road, so we might as well put the growth on it. Essentially right now, these regions are just acting as income for us. Oh, he gets bonuses for Hellstorm rocket batteries. Should affect Amethyst ones, should it not? Yes, it does. So maybe we're going to get Balthazar Gelt some more Amethyst rocket batteries here pretty quick. Memory serves, we had Volkmar the Grim heading down towards the Demon Stump. Take care of everything down there. There was an Orcish army somewhere around here that had issues. Now this is where things are going to get a little bit tricky. We do have a black arc on the ocean here, so we don't need to worry about land forces coming in from the west, from the Dark Elves, just yet. But we do have forces to the east. Festus the Leech Lord is coming in against Karl Franz, who is basically set up for defense there. So let's send Elspeth. Let's actually send her all the way to the Burning Monolith. These two armies, we don't really need them to go anywhere else right now.
I will marshal the men.
Take out this city here. Marius Lightdorf. Gained a level. Which always helps. Apologize if it sounds like I'm attacking my face at all today. My middle fur child has been up and trying to give Dad cuddles all morning. I guess it's his way of saying Happy Father's Day. And Happy Father's Day to everybody out there who has children. Fur or flesh, doesn't really matter. So I've got cat hair all over my face and my nose, and it's been tickling me and driving me nuts all morning.
My inventions would make quick work of
So what we're going to do is, because after we take out the war host of the apocalypse, we've got a few other places there, and we have some orcish stuff here. So what we'll probably do is have these lords splash this way and have all of our lords that are already up here start looking to the west. So let's just start moving Newsbacker and Static Lore to the west. Get that sorted out. Now, Franz, we're just going to move you in front here. Everything will work out fine. Now, Lebs. Nikari is right there, and it's really weird seeing him in a Cornate faction. We have Marcus Wolfheart there, and we apparently have a Elven army. Fitted Catacombs? Yes. So we'll send Lebs towards the Fortress of the Damned and see if we can take that out.
Huntsman of the Empire.
Marcus, we're just going to move you out a little bit and then move you back in.
Man the lookouts.
Can we get you any... I kind of want to save the Care Bear Greatswords for something else. We could do some allied recruitment and get... He's got a lot of shooting. He doesn't have a lot of cavalry. What are we looking at for cavalry from Corone? I mean, our knights... Oh, no, I didn't want to do that. I wanted to pin them and compare. So Wayworth's charge bonus, less weapon strength. Our knights have better melee defense. Is that all we can get from them? Because we only have 18 points with Corone. Now let's get a set of Knights of the Realm from Corone. And from the Ice Court, we can't quite get them on a single turn. Warbear Riders would be awesome, but can we get Winged Lancers? Doesn't look like we can here yet. Though we could start getting some monsters, which might help. Let's get a couple of Landrakes. Let's see what that does for us. Now, Vasily down south here, we're going after the Maggot Lord. I think what we're going to try and do is raid this area a little bit and see if we can get their command to go down.
I only answer to Nurgle.
The Maggot Lord comes out.
I am a warlord, not a chess piece.
So,
Can we reach them? Not this turn. It's unfortunate. Of course, Yorick Grimm is just here, so we'll move there. Anyway, some unassigned skill points.
Magistrix.
Ulrika is leveled up, so let's grab the next point in her combat tree. She has all the spells that we really want right now. She'll help. She's level 45, so she only has 5 more points to go, but we have all the magic that we wanted out of her. Simon Warner. He's an Empire Captain. Grab Blade Shield. Yuya Schwarzhelm. Let's get Earthing. So that's going to be massively important. And then Mr. Von Sek. We'll grab Survivalist. We got more in this army. Oh, Yuya actually had a couple of levels. We get Arcane Conduit as well. That'll work out. And we have a couple of places that we could upgrade. Where are our damage buildings? Nargar. We're going to kind of leave that to Valkia the Bloody. It's not too much of an issue for us right now. PC's troops have actually
Be you mindless
regened.
or foolhardy?
4 sets of Chaos Knights. The rest... Oh, and a set of Aspiring Champions.
praise Sigma.
We can probably outshoot that.
Ulrich's will.
So we'll send PC to beat Valkia the Bloody. She's actually going to withdraw, which... Not very lore-friendly there.
War calls.
But let's drop into this and see what we can do about it. Because if we can knock Valkia out right now, we will be in a much better position to keep fighting up in the Northlands here. She has a lot of Chaos Hounds, which means we might need to send our Demogryph Knights off to kill them on our flanks. The Chaos Spawn, of course, will be a pain to deal with because they are unbreakable and the battle will not end until we kill them. But we do have a lot of artillery, a lot of steam tanks, and our army is set up to be really decent at range. So we'll just have to kill them as they come. Valkia herself will be the issue. All things considered, though, the Chaos Warriors shouldn't be any too hard to deal with. Yeah, as long as we can knock Valkia out of the air, I think she's counts as a large target, which means the cannons should work on her. Hellstorms are obviously going to be better at the enemy ground troops than they are at taking Valkia out, but if we can knock her out of the sky with the cannons, never know. And we do have a lot of Hellblaster volley guns inside those steam tanks. This should go well. It should go well. We have wizards, we have captains. PC himself can go up and fight Valkia. We're going to shoot her with cannons. Let's see if we can get it done. We're just going to start deployment because 33 is a good set to start off with. No, doesn't count as large.
Yes, sir. Wise counsel. It will be done. Ready for
And we're probably going to have to manually adjust.
Yes, sir.
Our steam tanks with volley guns. So he's got a couple of units of hounds over here. There we go, that's in range now.
Primed.
Leave him there for right now.
The ground quakes.
Have a set of Demigryph Knights there.
Knights.
Set there. Covers all of our steam
Elevate
tanks.
cannon.
Let's get our cannons in the center ready to shoot Valkia.
Hailstorm.
Didn't want to group that by itself.
It will be done.
There, with our engineer in the middle.
Yes, General.
For our captain on this flank.
General.
PC up front. Our wizard up front as well.
Going. Great cannon for Heldenhammer. We are Sigma's heirs. Demigryph Knights. No lingering. Wizard ready.
And we'll start dropping some spells down.
Wither and die. Spirits invoked. Ready! For the Empire! Wizard.
Let's just give our PC a little bit of a boost against Valkia.
By Sigma, obey me! Wise counsel! It will be done! Wise counsel! Death is imminent. Creators. Moving now! Get them! Demigryph Knights! For the Heldenhammer!
Go back and get those.
On foot.
They're gonna get around us.
Great swords!
So we'll have to deal with them this way.
Danger.
And as soon as the purple sun of Xeraces is cooled off, if we have... No, we don't have the Winds of Magic for it. Once we have the Winds of Magic, we'll drop it down right here.
Wizard of Death. Demigryph Knights. Rah! Ready!
Looks like most of their stuff is starting to retreat.
Hearts will stop. Cavalry,
In fact, most of their stuff is broken. I think we're just down to the... we're just going to speed it up and let our cannons deal as much damage as they can. Maybe score some extra experience. Alright, so that went pretty well. Knocked out Valkia, decimated her army, got a bunch of experience. The steam tanks with volley guns in them, though, are amazing. When we get our Engineer Lord up and get some of those, we're going to have at least 2 of those, maybe 3 inside the army just to keep the volley guns up, because it'll be awesome. And apologies for no video last week. It was just a little bit of timing, and I had just gotten back from a work trip. I was exhausted, and yeah, I had no energy and no ability to put out a video for the week. It was a long week. And even as speaking that now, I will be busy for the next 2 days, so I'll be amping this up tonight to get it premiered on time, and we'll see how it goes. Let's take the replenishment for our forces.
Yes, my lord.
1 turn of attrition isn't going to kill us there. Queen dethroned, melee attack, and armor-piercing weapon damage. That's not bad.
So,
And the engineer got a level. So we can grab another point and always ready. I need to start retaking some of these places. We do have a little bit of money, so we could get one of the... So hard to pick these. We do need them all eventually for the diplomatic corps. Perch the Fell is against Vampire Coast. It's not really going to help us out right now. Why would the Lizardmen be considered foul? I guess it's, you know, old world racism. Machines of the Empire? Let's actually just start building up with Cathay. We need them on our side. It'll cost us a bunch of money. That's fine. And it looks like Envy's playing some Dune. Hope the game actually goes good for him. And we'll let the other nations go and see how it works out. And we've got a close victory here. Well, if we can win this, it'll be nice. If we can't, well, won't be the first time that this army has had to fall back. We got a lot of state troops. So we're just going to try to outshoot them. Hopefully our mix and match of all these state troops will be nice. What's dangerous over here? Defiler probably is. Yes, it's Defiler and the Giant, but we have a cannon and a regular steam tank, so they can each start pecking away at one of those. Our volley gun from the Dwarves will help. And we do have some Warbear Riders, which is fun. I still can't get over the fact of how awesome it is to be able to recruit allied regiments now. It's so entertaining. I love seeing allies pop up in your rosters. Does nothing to do with the fact that I play Bretonnia a lot and I have very poor infantry for them. So seeing things like Rune Guard or Hammers come into Bretonnian lines really doesn't hurt. We got a lot of cavalry. We'll deal with them in a sec. We're going to assume that they're going to come over the ridge as per normal.
the Empire endures.
See how that works out. Now I kind of want the cannon on this side. It's only 2 cannons. Our steam tank can go over here. Our organ gun, put with a clear line of sight. Our mortars can just set up there. And we'll set them up like this. Nothing like a few warbears. And Vasily, we're going to put you up front here. Pause real quick to see what's what. Tamerkan is level 16. Where are his big things? Alright, so the steam tank, we're going to get you shoot the Soul Grinder. Cannon, we're going to get you to shoot the Giant. Organ Gun, you shoot there. Mortars will leave you to your own devices. Group you guys up and start filling in this gap. Group you guys up and start sliding over this way.
The Heldenhammer!
They're actually going to leave that Soul Grinder open. We might just shovel our steam tank. Cultist of Nurgle against all of our knights.
Yes, General! Moving now!
But they're leaving the Soul Grinder open to our other sets of infantry. So,
My Sigma, obey me! Prepare for combat! Now! At speed!
alright, now it's just a matter of keeping our troops in decent enough shape.
We are Sigma's heirs! We are Sigma's heirs! Ready for war! Withdraw! Very well!
Alright, let's kill off this Soul Grinder real quick and have our knights come in and smash these things in the rear. Ooh, our Lord is actually withdrawing.
Preserve us! Bring death on him!
Not a lot of morale on these units right now.
Battle awaits! Sigma! Preserver! We obey! Ready to serve!
Okay, the Soul Grinder is almost dealt with.
For the Warhammer!
Really hope my leadership on this one doesn't lead us into losing the battle. But
No lingering!
if it happens, it happens.
Charge! For Heldenhammer! Great cannon! We serve the Emperor! By Ulrich's wrath! Wise counsel! Prepare for combat!
There's no special abilities on those guys, which kind of sucks.
Mortar! Yes, sir!
Yeah, we might end up losing this one, which
Withdraw!
disappointing. It was supposed to be a close victory, but oh well.
Now!
Only the Warbears are holding out, everything else is retreating. Valiant defeat, we should be able to withdraw. If they attacks us again, we're going to lose that army. Not ideal, but we killed the Soul Grinder, which will help. Definitely going to need to put some more emphasis down south if we want to wipe out the Poxmakers and Nurgle. See if we can get him some state troops or something on the next turn and maybe take on the Maggot Lord again? Who knows? We're down to so few other nations at this point. We really got to focus in. Yeah, we got to go to war with Khemri, it appears. We don't have a lord there, but it looks like Khemri was waiting for us to side with our ally. So that's going to be the next great campaign. Grashnak's lair, huh? I think we still have forces in that area, so we can send them back to deal with them. Alright, so everything is going good. Wow, there are 3 Coronate warbands here. Deal with that for now. Let's grab our captain his level. Now, where is Grashnak's lair? Territorial disputes. Oh, that was all the way over here. Okay, so we do have forces in position to be dealing with that. We'll deal with that this turn. We are now at war with the undead in the south. We have no forces down here. It's mostly dwarven areas, so the dwarves can kind of hold on to it. I don't care if we lose those forces. We don't have an army readily available to send. It looks like Nemesis Crown is right there. So what we can do is, from Nuln, grab a new lord. Let's do another general of the Empire. And confident would be good. That's not what we're looking for. Cunning, better ambush attacks, noble. Campaign movement range will probably be the one we'll go with. This will be for our new buddy, George S. Toss him in. Of course, we're going to get Route Marcher, hard to hit, Inspiring Presence. And we're going to go with some Imperial Gunnery to start off with. Hit points. So we're going to deck you out with some really decent artillery. By which I mean a couple of rocket batteries, a couple of volley guns, and a steam tank with a volley gun. The Gardens of Moor, we can get Knights of the Black Rose, which will help, but that will take care of all of our funds for this. We can get the rest of your army started in 2 turns. Boris Todbringer,
to war!
Go take Titan's Notch, and there is Blorg up here. So what I think we're going to do, I'm just going to sack it, back off and see where Blorg goes to. Now he's got a bunch of squigs, trolls, that sort of thing, but we want to be able to outfight him. The edge of his movement is right there, so we're going to move Cloud up to come in and reinforce Boris. If we can draw them in to take Titan's Notch back and re-fortify it, then we can hit them with Boris and Cloud and just deal with it. Over here we got Balthazar's Gelt. It's always hard to say some of the names in this. Let's get Plague of Rust for his wizard. Yes. We're going to send him around to head towards Black Fang. And there's the armies that we were worried about right there. Grimgor himself and Snorko Pigkissa. Their Wa armies are doing pretty good. Now hopefully, it's not going to be an issue.
I will cast out all evil.
Looks like our Dwarven allies are going here, so we're going to just hop up to get some help. Firemouth is not exactly someplace that we need to hold on to.
Volkmar.
He's got final transmutation, got all the stuff in there, so we can grab scouting, which will be good.
Master engineer.
Static lore, you can go to the Crystal Spire.
To the provinces. Agreed.
And Jason Nussbacher can come up to help. And Festus the Leech Lord has made a mistake.
My orders are to move.
Elspeth von Draken.
As the last of the
I
War Host of
foresee
the
great
Apocalypse's
suffering.
main forces, he's left himself in a position where he has to
I am Prince
stay alive,
and
otherwise we
Emperor.
can just roll in and knock them out
All
completely.
for the Empire.
But he put himself in a spot where we can catch him and obliterate him and then move on to the first fortress that the Chaos, or the War Host of the Apocalypse, has. I can never remember what it's called. It was something based on Slaanesh, though. So he's got one unit of spawn and a giant, a couple of trolls. Feral Manticore might be an issue, but probably not. And even if it is, we have Franz reinforcing us here pretty quick, but Elspeth von Draken should be able to just knock out Festus and deal with this. A couple of really good fights. It's going to be a big shift. We're going to have to get some forces all ready to go south. We're going to need some character killers, because knocking out the characters for the Tomb Kings makes their armies crumble, just like vampire counts. So we're going to need a warrior priest and a captain, most likely.
The Empire endures! Fighting range, sir!
Coalesce!
Put our great
Our
swords,
weapons are yours!
our gunners, Hochland long rifles,
Ready ammunition!
amethyst batteries, cannons,
Give me the word!
and that's right, we lost the
Executioner
Demigryph
of
Knights.
Node.
So
I thirst.
our boy,
Spirita of Shaiish.
whose name I can never, Theodore Bruckner, is just going to have to deal with the Chaos Warhounds on his own.
Mage of Death. To the skies.
We'll just float over a little bit and drop some spells on some stuff.
Shadows at my call. Doom take thee. By the amethyst.
Get that mana core to fall into our gunnery range.
Sigma wills it. Onwards in Carmine.
Just like that.
Go for the throat!
And Franz has arrived.
The Dark Lady of Nome. Shadows at my call. Elspeth von Draken.
Franz's army is not the greatest, but we can get reinforcements up at the very least. Get these guns set up where we're going to need them. Franz, you have a chance to kill off some Warhounds. Franz did have those Pegasus Knights that we had gathered up. Our rocket batteries got hit by the hounds. Not ideal.
Ready! Prepare for combat! To me, men!
Wizardess unknown. Doom take thee!
Death is imminent. For Heldenhammer!
Let's just charge those
The
infantrymen in
graveyard
there.
grows.
Pegasus Knights! Trample them! Hailstorm!
Get back on your rocket battery and start launching some rockets.
Not folly.
Mage of death. By the amethyst wind.
Franz, if you're not engaged in anything, go hit Festus the Leech Lord himself. Let's pull our Pegasus Knights out.
As you say! Reaper's hungry!
And a decisive victory over Festus the Leech Lord. That'll put him down hard. We lost 66 troops. A lot of them were our rocket battery crews, which not ideal, but we'll deal with it. That should wipe out most of the Warhost of the Apocalypse's mainline forces, so we can pop in and deal with their main stronghold and start finishing this stuff off. A lot of combat this week, which is good. Just gonna reinforce our forces.
Reinvigorated.
I command here.
Franz can get to there.
Elspeth von Draken.
Elspeth, you're gonna
Our
stick with him.
objective draws us on.
Lots of items coming in. And Ulrika, get your last point in there. And let's grab our
New
Dwarven allies a
knowledge
little
is
bit.
crucial for our elucidation.
And the last point in Mentor, which would be great.
Praise Sigmar.
Marius Lightdorf, we had you taking a bunch of stuff down here. And it looks like Bastian Nightbane coming this way. He's not got a very big army, but it's a lot of skin wolves. So if we can go here and take care of this, fine.
Protector of the weak. Purge the heretics. Sigmar is with us.
Now Lebs is going to be able to take this in a turn or two. Counter strike there.
Death to the faithless.
Doesn't have the ability to swap to a camp stance,
The
which is
expedition
kind of
is
awful.
eager.
We have Nikari coming in.
I reject your petty
We'll let him hit
desires.
us, and then we can
Every
use that.
last beast.
PC, give you the Mark of Hish. And your wizard should by now have his entire wizarding line done, which he does. Can't get the next point in Mentor yet, so start getting scouting.
To the provinces?
Deal with that soon
What
enough.
does the Emperor bid?
Vasily, you lost to the Maggot Lord, so we're going to pull you back
Let
to the
us
Fortress
move.
of Vorag.
Yes, my lord.
Nothing that's really great for the regiments of Renowned. Get you some more state troops and see if we can level you up.
I am a warlord, not a chess piece.
And your
This
Gremlin
road
is going
is
to keep you at
short.
Altdorf. Warrior Priest would be good. So Weapon Master, Empire Captain. We'll grab him on the next turn. Is he going to come up at us? I think he's sieging us.
Bring me lore and lost wisdom, and
We can't quite join that war just yet. The areas where that would take place, not ideal. And now that we have the dead in the south dealing a lot of damage to us, that's what we were expecting. He's already got his Khemri and War Sphinx too, which that's going to be a little tough. It's going to be a close victory here. I think we're just going to have to take this one. I know not many auto-resolves left. I'm trying to keep this all streaming and going good, and we're running short on time, so we'll get set up for the next turn. I'm allowed a few of these, trying to do a lot more, but there's been a lot of fighting this week, so I think I can kind of justify it. Alright, let's grab Weapon Master.
Who calls?
Helps if I can spell. Wow, it helps if I can spell without caps lock on. Halden. Halden Olden. That's going to be him. So we're going to get all 3 points of training. And yeah, we'll get him Man at Arms. Full plate, Sigmar's Ward. That'll work there. And your job is going to be to join up
Training
with George's army. We should probably take a Battle Wizard if we're fighting Khemrians. The Jade Wizard might be the best bet.
Jade Wizard.
And this would be Matthias, which means we don't have to do much.
I will do your
We'll
bidding.
grab Awakening the Rune Star students. Grab all of this. Nature's Blessing is actually pretty good. We'll grab Flesh to Stone and Lifeblood. Grab Invasion and get the Dwellers below. That'll work. Your job is going to be to reinforce this army as well.
I shall pull them from the earth.
Alright, so they did exactly what we were hoping they would do up here. We're going to have some fights to start on our next week, but I think that's where we're going to call it for this week, guys. If you liked the video, please consider hitting that like button. If you'd like to join up with the 232, join me in this or other Let's Plays, just hit that subscribe button, and make sure you turn your notifications on so you don't miss when a new video goes out. And please do leave a comment down below if you'd like to get involved in all this, because it makes my life a little bit easier, and it makes sure that you guys are showing that you're interested, which is always good. And remember, life is a game, so play to win, and until next time, take care.